Of course it was going to end that way. Why did we ever doubt that it would end in anything other than utter brilliance? Because that is what Sergio Aguero does. Welcome back to another video where we talk about how brilliant Sergio Aguero is. It's the last chance. We'll probably get possibly the last chance we get to do this, which is absolutely incredible. No, actually, fuck it. We can just do it once a year. We can all get together once a year and just waffle about how great Sergio is, because why not? Because sometimes things just need saying, and this is one of those occasions. Welcome to the Fan View Live, where you guys can waffle all about how great Sergio Aguero is. This is open as ever to members and Patreons. If you're a Patreon, go over to patreon.com/Esteemed Kompany. If you're a YouTube member, go to the community tab and you can join in and have your say and chat about what we've just witnessed. We've just witnessed history. That's what we've just fucking witnessed. But we're going to chat about it together, because what a time to be alive. I love it, man. I love it. Loads of people are already waiting. I've already got Safi, Scott, John, and Anthony waiting down to go live, which I can't wait, man. I can't wait. It's good to see so many people in the comments as well. Peter Benjamin saying, Elkan, the greatest striker of this millennia. I'm not going to disagree with you, Peter. He's absolutely incredible. MKPS saying, I got way more emotional than I thought I would. Same, man. Same. Because Guardiola did it for me, man. Guardiola. I was at the game, so that's why there's no watch along, by the way. I was there watching the game with Nicola, and there will be a vlog tomorrow. It's just going to take a long time to edit because a lot of footage. But it was wonderful. It was wonderful and absolutely wonderful. What a time to be a Manchester City fan. Honestly, the players that we've got. Don't forget as well, if you are tuning in, make sure to hit that like button. Indeed, Oliver as well. Balotelli, Magadoni. Yeah, Nico's looking at me really weird there. Someone put that Balotelli Aguero. She's looking at Aguero. Yeah, Nico's doing it properly over there. Big love to him. And so happy for you able to get to the match. Thank you so much, man, MK. I absolutely loved it, man. It was great fun. And Andy Scott Skane, love City, love King Kun. Indeed. We're going to get straight to the first guy in a second. Go to detail that. I'm going to chat away about how great Manchester City are. Are you ready, my friend? Hello.
Hi.
How you doing, man? You good? I'm
doing good. You?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. My voice is a little bit sore after that. I've been screaming far too much. But was there a more fitting way, man? More fitting way for Sergio to go out today than that?
Yeah, I mean, he could have scored 4 goals. And Pickford, being Pickford, decided to save the other 2.
Couldn't have stopped the first 2, though, could he, man? He couldn't stop the first 2.
But,
what a player.
Yeah, 10 years at the club. He joined when I was 9 years old, and by the time he's been there, I'm now able to legally buy a pint, which is exactly what I'll be doing next Saturday, because I will be going to Porto.
Oh, you fucker! Like, I'm so jealous. Jealous. I'm happy for you, though, man. I'm so happy for you. That's amazing. I bet you're buzzing. I bet you're absolutely buzzing.
Yeah, I mean, not with the prices of the COVID tests, but it's a lot of, it's better than
How have you managed that?
Again,
is it points based?
Oh no, I'm just going. I haven't got a ticket. I'm just going to go for the experience, really.
Good on you, man. Good on you. Do you know what? I would join you, man. I would join you that, but like, unfortunately, I've got a wedding and a mortgage to pay for, so I can't really justify it. But any other year, I would be out there as well, just watching it in Porto as well. But you'll love it out there, man. You'll love it out there. That's amazing. And obviously, it's a perfect way to play into that as well. Like, City were good today, weren't they? They were good. Some of the football today. Yeah,
I mean, the first like 20 minutes was amazing to just be 2-0 up against an Everton team which was fighting for the Conference League, which is still European football either way. So it's not really the best way for them to end their season, but it was a good way for us to prepare for the biggest the biggest club cup competition in
of course,
in
man.
Football. So I am looking forward to the fun. Yeah, it's the biggest game for a lot of the players. I mean, especially the non-British players, I would say more so, because it's the Champions League. It's what most of them dream of. Like Gabriel Jesus, I think he's one of those type of players that would rather win the Champions League. Not that winning the Premier League is a good achievement, but the Champions League is another achievement.
Right now, man, they'd all prefer to win it because we've won the Premier League a few times. So they all want to win the Champions League. And that's not controversial. It's just true. You know, it's exactly. The pinnacle in there. Why do you think all the players reacted so strongly about the Super League stuff? They all love the Champions League. They grew up like we did watching it, you know, and like that, they're fans first, aren't they? We forget footballers are fans first and they're so excited for it. We need to talk about Aguero, though, man. We just have to. Like, how did you feel about Aguero being brilliant today? Was it like, to me, I've got a slight feeling of not regret, maybe is the word, because I'm like,
yeah, I'm kind of like what, just like Michael Richards. He could easily play one more year for us, but it's a fitting way to go out, nevertheless, because I mean, in a way, because it's a lot better than what David Silva got, unfortunately, due to COVID restrictions. But to be in front of 10,000 is a lot better than being in front of no one. And I think us fans showed, the ones in the stadium and the ones outside the stadium showed all the love that they could, because he is going to go down as probably our greatest player. I mean, the greatest player in my lifetime for sure.
Yeah. Is he the greatest for you? Is he the greatest? Because we've had some incredible players in your lifetime alone. So like, you've been spoiled, that, by the way. You've been spoiled. I mean, I had the pain, you've had the glory, but I'm happy for you. So
I mean, I'm more towards David Silva. I like David Silva a lot more, probably because my dad liked David Silva a lot more. So like, let's say my dad wasn't happy when I got a Carlos Tevez shirt over a David Silva shirt, should I say. So, yeah, I mean, but he is definitely one of the top players, and I'm just a bit disappointed that he's not going to be going out in front of a full stadium. But nevertheless, it's still a fitting way to go out to get 2 goals, beat Wayne Rooney's record as well.
I love that, man. I loved it. Mate, what a dilemma to have, by the way, when we're talking about, who's the best, David Silva, Aguero. When you got to that situation, you've won anyway, haven't you? You know, like we won as City fans, we've won, like having to debate who's the best, David Silva, Aguero, Vinny, whatever. I was in the ground today when they did all these messages for Aguero. The biggest cheer of the night, by the way, was when Zaba came on the screen. I loved it. Everyone
I was watching it,
Yeah, did you see it on the TV? Like the Checo was on, Nigel, but Silva, but Zaba got the biggest cheer.
Also,
Vinny did as well. I swear Zaba got the biggest cheer, because I think he's something about Zaba, and it's just Zaba's like us on the pitch. That's what it feels like.
I mean, coming back to Aguero, when we signed him, I had no idea who he was. I'm not going to lie, because I was
you're 9.
I was 8 or 9 years old, so I didn't really know who he was, but me being me, I've actually looked into his career prior. I mean, to make your debut at 15 years old, and then to move to City from Atletico after winning the Golden Ball is something special. And we pretty much signed a special player. Like, it wasn't Gabriel Jesus special. It was an already proven striker who is going to be hard to replace. But there are a few players we can replace him with, which you and Asa have already spoken on, Kane and Haaland. But yeah, who knows?
There's no Sergio Aguero, is there? Like, in terms of like Aguero's, you can replace his goals, but you can't replace that story, can you? That's the thing with Aguero, isn't he? You're only young when it happened, but that story is why City fans love him so much, because as I said in the ASAN video this morning, there's pre-Aguero and there's post-Aguero. It's as simple as that for me. Aguero is the line in the sand moment, and he's changed this club. What did you make of our performance today in general ahead of the Champions League final? Because KDB was just back to being brilliant straight away. There was last time he came back from an injury, he was a little bit rusty, but he wasn't rusty today, was he? Like, close.
I was thinking, was he really injured? He didn't look out of rhythm at all. I mean, other than the misplaced pass by Zinchenko, everyone did well. I mean, we even kept a clean sheet, so it's not really much to complain about. Yeah, there's not really much to complain about today, because we've battered Everton. Sergio got a perfect send-off, and we finally got to lift the trophy after a few weeks. So, and the fans are back also, so there's not really much we can ask for.
It was awesome. As well, what I realised today, by the way, I'm just chatting away to you here, is that it felt weird seeing Foden in the flesh again like that, because last time we saw him as fans, like in the ground, Well, Foden wasn't really Foden what he is now. He was still like a novelty when he scored, if that makes sense. He was like, oh, yeah, Foden scored. But now Foden's just like, yeah, of course Foden scored. And you feel weird because last time we saw him was, how many months ago was it? Like 14
months ago, yeah.
And that's a long time in Phil Foden's career, I would say, because he was still very much the potential, wasn't he, in the season when that happened? And now he's the real deal.
I think in the last 14 months, he made his England debut also. I might be wrong on that.
I can't remember, but it sounds right. It sounds right.
A lot can happen in 14 months, as you just said, and we're kind of now expecting Phil Foden to do these kind of performances, and it's just fantastic to see that there's a local lad performing at that level.
So good. How you feeling in the Champions League now? Because the players today, no injuries, touch wood. It didn't look like there was any injuries. Everyone looked fresh. Everyone looked ready. Of course, we've got Bernardo and Gundogan to come back in if you want to. You feeling confident?
I don't see why we shouldn't feel confident because, I think Chelsea also have an injury with their goalkeeper. I'm not sure how serious it is because Kepa came on for the second half for Chelsea.
Oh, okay.
And Chelsea also lost today, which kind of shows that they may not be able. Yeah, they lost 2-1 to Aston Villa.
I don't know any scores today with the Man City because I've been so in the City bubble. Like I'm just looking out. Actually, 2-1. That's interesting, isn't it?
And that was they still made Champions League football, but because Spurs won. But it kind of shows that they may not be able to perform at the highest level. But it's the Champions League final; it's a one-off game. Anything can happen, and we really don't. I don't really know who. Yeah, I don't really know how we're going to line up because Pep's got a headache now.
Yeah. Sergio got a chance, man. Has he got a chance now? He was good today.
I see on Twitter people want him to start. I really don't want to see him start.
What about if you need a goal? Half an hour left, though.
Yeah, sure, but why change something when it's working? Is how I see it.
Yeah, and you have to drop one of Bernardo, Gundogan, De Bruyne, or Foden and Morrison, don't you? And they've all been absolutely immense this season. It's a nice dilemma to have, though, Dat, man. It's been absolutely wonderful. And thank you so much for coming on, by the way, man. Absolute legend. I'm going to get to some more people now, if that's all right, man. But thank you. You're an absolute fucking legend. I'm so happy you go to Porto, by the way. You have to let me know how it goes. And if I do a fan view live after it, you get on the phone in Porto. Find a bar somewhere.
I'll look into how that will do, but yeah, for sure.
It'll be great. Catch you in a bit. See you later. Bye-bye. That's an absolute legend. There's a few comments as well. Big love to Little Yaz who said, well, I'm pissed. It's raining. Love you all. Love Sergio. Love City. One more game. Indeed, Little Yaz, man. I wish I was drunk, actually. I'm not. There was no alcohol at the ground, which was just devastating. But either way, it's very much raining. I'm drenched. My hair's still pretty wet from that. Absolutely crazy. Little Yaz, you're a little legend. Big love to you, mate. Where else? Peter Benjamin just quite succinctly, where's it gone? I've lost the comment. Just saying Superbia in Puella. Exactly. I always forget what that means. I'm so bad. I know I'm terrible at Latin. I actually did Latin, so I should know. I forgot what it means. Pride in Battle. That's the one. As soon as I clicked in my head. Indeed, always, Peter, you absolute legend. That's what Aguero is, man. That's what Aguero is. Any more comments there? Andy says he feels very confident for the final now. I feel like we'll win 3-0. That's a big shout, Andy. Hopefully you are correct. So I got no doubts to say that you are. Maybe we will, man. Maybe we will. But all I know is that City were clearly up for it today. That's what I took from the game today, by the way. Those players wanted to impress Pep. They wanted to impress Pep Guardiola. But anyway, let's go to another member of the fan view. Don't forget, if you are watching and you want to have your say, you can join at youtube.com/esteemed company /join or patreon.com/esteemed company. There'll be a link over on those places for you to have your say. Let's get Safi on. Hello, Safi. How are you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm great, but I'm a little emotional after today. I know everyone is emotional after today.
No, it's horrible, man. It's horrible, but it's done. And what a way for it to be done. A fitting way, right, mate? It was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was almost the peak of what we could have gave Sergio. I mean, that sums up Sergio Aguero. Like when he came onto the pitch and you heard everyone screaming his name. I mean, it's just because what he's done for us is beyond what anyone else could have done for us. And his 2 goals were just. It was so brilliant to see Sergio Aguero score more other 2 goals today. And, I mean, it was just so emotional. I can't sum Aguero up into words.
No one can, man. No one can. But by the way, Scott Denemy, who's waiting to come on next, can sum you up into words. You put Safi the legend. Scott, look at that! Look at that love, by the way, between the esteemed companions there, the members. Safi's just down in the bottom corner. I'm gonna bring him on for 1 second just to do that little dance. Go on, Scott.
Yeah.
Go on, Scott. See you later, Scott. You're going, Scott. Back to you in a minute. And Scott there just giving Safi a bit of love, and rightfully so. But no, you're right, mate. It's so possible to sum up Aguero in words because he's a special player. He's a special player. Mm-hmm. And he, as we've been saying, Aguero, he's more than just goals. He's a culture at Manchester City. He is an icon. He's going to be a literal statue outside Manchester City. And what makes him different? What makes him different, in your opinion, Sergio? Because he is, in my opinion, different.
Yeah, I think it's all about like Sergio's persona around him is different to anyone else. Like when people say, "Oh, replace Sergio Aguero with Kane or Haaland," and I seen Pep's interview after the game today, and he said we can't replace him, and he broke into tears. And you can't replace Sergio Aguero because he's a legend. He is an icon. He's someone that people look up to. So the difference with him is he has this different. It's just this different persona around him that he's a different kind of player from anyone else because he's just special. He's just so special. I don't know.
And you're right, to be honest, right? You're right. As great as Kane is, and he is a phenomenal player, he's not an icon. He just isn't. And that's not me trying to play down Kane. He's like, there's a status. Like, as I tweeted earlier, like, Aguero's legacy, other than his incredible goals and trophies, is the most iconic moment in Premier League history, and that's what makes people an icon. Big moments, and it's Kane, I'm sure, may have that, but he'll never have that moment, and that's not his fault. But no one has that moment. Thierry Henry doesn't have that moment. Wayne Rooney doesn't have that moment. Alan Shearer doesn't, and that's what makes Sergio Aguero so special because those moments are. You'd have to play football again after that. If Aguero had hung up his boots there, then everyone would have still said he was a Premier League legend at that moment in his first season. But that's what made him so brilliant for us, and that's what made him ours. And from that moment onwards, his life changed, our lives changed, and and that's what I guess why it's going to be hard to replace, isn't it? Because we know we can't. But it was a special day for him, though, wasn't it? I think he'll be happy because it's been a tough season for Aguero, hasn't it? Because it's been difficult. But I was not. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting it to go that swimmingly today. But I was worried he was going to be more injured, if that makes sense. Because I thought, if he's not playing. But what do you think about his actual performance when he came on? Because I thought he was good. That's what impressed me.
I thought the crowd gave him so much adrenaline, and I know you were there.
Yes,
and it was probably a fantastic atmosphere. Because I mean, it just from my TV too. I was like, wow, man, I've missed it. Because even when you're watching at home, it's not the same. It's not the same without the fans. And I could tell that Aguero just got the adrenaline from the fans, and when he came out, he just wanted to put a show on for everybody, and that's what he did. I mean, he made us all so emotional, man. He made us all so emotional, and
he did indeed, man.
John
as well saying,
thank
you, Sergio. You made me proud to be a Blue again, says John. Always, that's what he does every single day, John. Aguero makes us constantly proud to be a Blue. Thank you, John. You're a legend. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Has he got any chance now? I know it's a relatively reductive question. I know it's a bit cheap after what's happened, but I mean this sincerely. I mean, Guardiola clearly loves the guy, and he's just been really good, but. Has he given himself a chance, at least from the bench now in the Champions League final? Because why not? Why not?
Yeah. I think there's two scenarios where we can see Aguero play. I think if we really badly need a goal and Pep like looks to the bench, then I think who else is more of a natural finisher than Sergio Aguero? Who else can just create something out of nothing? That like Sergio Aguero is the only one that can do that. He can come on for that reason, or if we're like 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go, he'll come on 100% because Pep loves him. Like Pep knows how much Aguero means to us, and how Aguero means so much to him as well. And so I do think he'll come on. Like, unless we have a close game that goes to beyond 90 minutes, goes to extra time. Other than that, like if it's a comfortable game, or even a game that we need a goal in and we're behind, I think Aguero comes on for sure.
I keep daydreaming about a last-minute Aguero goal. I can't.
Oh my God, that's fake.
Like what this? What is the point in football after that? And I genuinely mean that. If that happened,
oh my God, if that happened, holy!
I honestly don't think there's nothing I can enjoy more than that moment. Like, and do you know what? Because obviously the 93-20 is the perfect moment. Because just to summarize why it's perfect moment, because it was Man United, it was years of pain. We thought we'd blown it, we turned it round. So basically, but then the Champions League moment, if he did that Aguero, it includes that as well, because that's part of the story that he did it again. So that's why that's the only thing that could top the 93-20 moment, in my opinion. And he would top it because it includes it, if that makes sense. It would be that. Like, Foden scored last minute when it doesn't top it, because it has to be Aguero to make it feel that way. So that, if Aguero scores this, it's that moment, the 93-20 moment, plus loads more emotions, because it's Sergio and because it's the 93-20 moment, if that makes sense as well. So, like, if he scores, that is, there will never be a better moment in football. Ever. I maintain that for me. That's it, isn't it? Then at that point,
I mean, it's fairy tale stuff. You can't write that. If Sergio Aguero comes on and scores a last minute winner, he is the greatest. We cannot let anybody tell us different, because
we give him a new contract right there. We're like, you're staying. We tie him into the ground.
Exactly. Like, oh my God. I mean, that's the dream, though. I mean, all the City fans would pray to the gods for that to happen. But I mean, it's unlikely. But you never know, because the Champions League is special. There's moments in the Champions League where that's the kind of stuff that happens. And if there is ever going to be a moment like that, it's going to happen in the Champions League final, because when else does it happen? So, and like, especially with the year that being what it has been. I mean, it would just be right if it did happen.
There's many other players that could provide that moment. I talked to Dad about KDB, but I probably agree. Maybe he hasn't been injured. He was good, wasn't he? KDB, he was good, man, when he came on. Really impressive. I thought, not came on when he started. I was not expecting that level of performance from KDB today. Not in a bad way. I thought he'd be a little bit more reserved, but he was going for it, man, wasn't he? He was going for it.
Yeah, De Bruyne is just like, I don't know. He always just seems like he has a point to prove. It's just he's so special, De Bruyne. He's so special. And when I see him lining up a shot from outside the box, I'm so confident that he's gonna score. Like when he scored his first goal of the game, and when he lined that shot up, I was like, Sergio. I was like, De Bruyne is scoring this. This is going in the net. Because
we could tell.
That's the only.
We could tell as well. Yeah. Honestly, because he was relatively in front of me from where I was sat, and I could just tell it was going in. I knew you're right. It was the way it opened up. You just knew he was going to score, which was kind of a surreal experience, given it was 23 yards out or something like that. But you just knew he was going to pass it into the bottom corner. And he was good. I mean, that team as well today, other than maybe Gundogan and Bernardo, is it probably safe to say that's going to be the Champions League final team?
Yeah, I think it is. Who else would play? Gundogan, Bernardo, and I mean that's safe to say that would be the team. I think Fernandinho started for sure too. I mean, another great performance.
He was good today.
Fantastic, and Pep just wanted him to get the minutes in to be sharp. And I mean, he's playing for sure. And I actually wanted to touch on one thing as well, because I saw this video. I saw this video after in the dressing room, and after the game, I saw Ruben Diaz in the locker room saying, "One more, boys, one more." And I was like, imagine this guy. He's one of the youngest guys in that dressing room, and he's telling them one more. Like that's unthinkable. Because you have people like Aguero. Yeah, you have Aguero. You have like De Bruyne. You have Walker. You have some world-class players in that. Fernandinho and Ruben Diaz. Exactly. One of the greatest managers of all time. And he just stands up and says, "One more, guys. One more." I mean, that sums up Ruben Diaz. He's not scared of anything.
By the way, I do love today. This just deep irony of football is that today when the fans were there, Diaz didn't play that well today. I don't think he had a great game today. I was just like, just the way it is. It's like that's just life, though. But at least he got that out of his way. But I haven't. That's one thing I'm looking forward to seeing. I've not seen any of the interviews or behind the scenes footage because I've been away, been out, getting absolute drenched. But I'm looking forward to seeing all that, man. But Diaz and those players, they'll be up for it. And I personally felt we saw enough today to see that the players are going to be focused. 5-0 against a decent Everton side today. I know we conceded a few chances and they could have scored, but we were good, man. We were good, weren't we? We were very good. And are you feeling confident now? Are you feeling confident next week?
Yeah, I'm honestly, I don't think Chelsea are that good of a team. I'm saying they're a fantastic team, but when they've beat us this year, we haven't had our best team on the field. They beat us in the FA Cup semi-final. We rotated so much. They beat us in the Premier League. We rotated so much. They're not to verse the team that we beat PSG with or we beat Dortmund with. So you can't. I don't know. I mean, and I also they beat Real Madrid, but honestly, I don't rate Real Madrid that highly. I don't think Chelsea. They haven't come up against us. They haven't come up against a team like PSG. Even United, they haven't, like, under Thomas Tuchel, they haven't versed United, and I still think United is better than them, and that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, I think we'll beat Chelsea. I'm so confident to beat Chelsea.
Fingers crossed, man. And on that note, Safi, you're a legend. I'll catch you very, very soon, man. I'll probably do a fan view live before the Champions League, by the way, everyone, as well. So I'll probably go live before the final as well. For now, though, have a good evening, man. See you later.
Yeah, you too, man.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you so much to Safi. Absolute legend, as always, Safi. Still can't believe Safi's 15. Absolute bastard. How he's that eloquent at 15 years old. It's not even fair to the rest of us. At 15, what I was out doing, I probably could have just talked to you about Nintendo 64 and nothing else. Anyway, let's get Scott on. We always need a bit of big Denemy energy. There's no better thing to have than big Scott Denemy energy. How you doing, my friend, man? You good?
Oh yeah, I'm doing well. Definitely doing well. What a day!
I saw you. I love my favorite big fan of you live is watching your little bit in the green room. You dressing the walls, putting your scarves up, getting Kun Aguero in the background there, correctly so. It's been a good day. You're right. It's been a very good day, hasn't it? It's been a needed day as well, actually. I think Aguero, we needed that for Sergio, didn't we? We actually needed it. It would have been a shame if it had gone any other way. And was that as good as we could have hoped for today, really?
Yeah. I think you guys were nailing it on the head with what's it called? Saying that it's a fairy tale ending. I think that is like the perfect writer's way to do it, at least from a jeez, oh, peace, my cat is attacking my Silva jersey over there. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm about to kick your butt, mister. Get out of here. What? You really want to be on the camera that bad? Go.
There's a cat on screen. No, there isn't. Bad. Nick, there might be a cat on screen in a second. Because yes, there is a cat on screen. Nicholas going over to the video now. What's the cat called?
Momo.
Oh, yeah, I remember Momo. Good old Momo.
Oh, yeah. He's not happy right now.
She's not happy. Look at that. Look at you. Momo's not happy. Momo falls to Sergio Aguero's. No, it's gone. But stay away from the silver shirt, Momo. It's Aguero's day, I know, but
get out of here.
Nick is happy with Momo. What are you saying? Nicholas says it's so very cute. Nicholas happy. Either way, back to Aguero. You were saying about Aguero's day today being perfect and fairy tale ending, and just he's going for your shirt, isn't he?
He's going to. I'm going to take it down just because I'm like, I don't know why. But no, yeah, I can still hear you. Keep talking.
Yeah, I can still hear you as well, man. You're good. But yeah, I was just saying it's an incredible day, isn't it? An incredible day for Sergio. Could you really expect anything much better? Even the way that he came on as a sub, in the way like how he did for his first game, if that makes sense as well. You know, yeah, I like the symmetry of that as well.
It is. It's like a perfectly written story. I mean, he comes in at the same time-ish that he came in as a sub in his first game. We win the league. We get the trophy on the last day. He beats a record that's held by a Man United player. Like, honestly, it was pretty picture book, at least for the Premier League. Yeah. His Premier League legacy with us.
Incredible legacy. And you're right that he beats Rooney as well. I love that. Like, I mean, Aguero scoring 2 high-quality goals, beating Rooney's record. I even liked how he did it just in half an hour. You know, like whatever. Nonchalantly comes on the pitch, breaks a record. B's brilliant, and then I'm fucking off now. It's almost like it's quite badass in a way, isn't it?
I saw something that he didn't even warm up before the game. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, but that's what I read. I think somewhere either on Twitter and maybe heard it, but I heard that he didn't even warm up before the game. And then it just shows how good and clinical he is. I mean, those 2 goals. I mean, the first goal outside the foot like that, that's not an easy goal. Like that is like pure class. And I mean, the second goal, even, he just had so much control with his header, put it right where he wanted to. You could tell that's right where he wanted to go. We've seen players try to do that have, been in the game the whole time and totally not even come close and just blow it over or something. And yeah, I mean, it just shows that he's got that instinct, and not everybody has that.
The thing is, as well, in the ground, we can't, because we saw it from a distance, and the first goal looked a little bit like the defending was terrible, but Aguero's first goal, we thought the Everton players are kind of just let him, at first we weren't sure if he'd let him score, but then you see it back on the replay when we finally did, like, oh, actually, no, he's just he's just done brilliantly. Like he's
Curled it
turned the
right around
defender
him.
really well, and
Yeah.
that finish was so like it was so impish. It was so brilliant. It's so Guardiola. Sorry, so Aguero. So just Aguero finishes in such an instinctive way that others don't really dream of, like outside of the boot or first time in the half volley or against Liverpool when he smacked it with his left foot from a ridiculous angle. That's Aguero, isn't it? That's what makes Aguero because he's just so instinctive, isn't he?
I feel like with him, you're never like there's so many times with players where I'm like, shoot, and Aguero is just like, oh, I am shooting 100%. Like,
you have to tell him that's it.
Yeah,
he knows when to shoot. He'll tell you when to shoot. Like in terms of like, other than say don't shoot Vinny, which is he was wrong with that one. But either way, in general, like, but you're right. He always does kind of. Someone just said you like Bernardo Silva actually, like. Guy on the right side, Bernardo Silva. I can kind of slightly see it actually, like American Bernardo Silva, David. Either way, I haven't got the names on screen. I just realised, but that's one of the brilliant things about Aguero, isn't it? It's like you never worry about having to tell him to shoot. Other than the other day when he tried to pass it because he was trying to be too kind and all that kind of stuff. We just know he's going to take the correct call, don't we?
Yeah, no, I think that was like literally the one time I've ever like seen him play where I was like, wow, he should have shot the ball, but it was right when he was coming back from injury. I think he was still trying not to catch any slack from Pep or anything. So, I think totally right. He just he knows. He knows. He takes the chances. He takes the opportunities. He's never one to just kind of like cut it back and like pass it off too much, which sometimes can be annoying. But when you finish like most of them, we can't say much.
What did you make of the rest of the team? Because obviously Aguero was incredible, but it was a good performance. Was it the perfect day before the Champions League final? Really,
I think so. I think honestly that was amazing. There's so many good performances. I think Walker played amazing. Walker was running his ass off everywhere out there. John Stones played brilliantly. I think Diaz is always solid. He had that one slip up on the yellow card, which I don't even know. I mean, but still, I'm not really worried about him. He's a professional, and I think he's going to come fully locked and loaded for the final. Fernandinho played amazing. There was even this time where he dribbled two people in the middle of the midfield, and he didn't even he literally just sauced it up and just went straight past him. I was like, damn, we got to keep this guy. Like, he is so good. And then I think
it's worth. Fernand's going to stay, by the way, because there's no way that he would not deny himself of a big send-off, if that makes sense. Surely City wouldn't let him go without that today. No. You know what Sergio got as well. So I feel like also it'd be rude of Fernand to go now because you're robbing the highlight, you're robbing some of the spotlight away from Sergio. So Fernand, you're not allowed to go because it'd be disrespectful to Aguero. So that's my opinion, man. You've got to stay because otherwise you're hogging some of the spotlight. But
I think for sure you're right. He's definitely going to be another year at least, for sure.
Yeah. So you were saying about De Bruyne as well.
De Bruyne was excellent. I love seeing he's got so much energy and he's so fast. Like, you don't expect, I don't know. He's just really fast. Like, he's got those long legs, almost like a Toure type of runs and stuff that he makes, where he just will pick the ball up and just it's full steam ahead. And it's almost hard to bring him down because he's so big and so like you don't expect it out of him, but he's so fast and you're like, holy crap. He's just dribbled 4 people out of nowhere.
That was arrested De Bruyne, wasn't it? That was arrested De Bruyne today. He looked like, as someone said earlier, I wonder if he was just he's not injured and we're arresting him. But maybe there was a case of where he could have. I think I said actually in one of the previews where I feel like if we needed De Bruyne, he could have played. But maybe he's been a bit tired, his muscles a bit sore, and they've been like, nah, just rest him. Because today he looked fresh. He looked really fresh, didn't he? Yeah. And that was, he didn't look frustrated. He didn't look like his cheeks had gone too red or anything like that. He looked like someone who'd sat in 2 weeks just nursing any sore toes or whatever, or sore ankles, and getting his legs back to full fitness. And that's bad news for Chelsea because he was immense today. And once again, man, Foden as well. Foden just
for sure.
That's what he does. How many goals now? 16?
I think so. I mean, I'm sure. I know he's still second in total production for the whole season on our team, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, dude, he's so class. I'm glad they took him off. We really need. I think he's one of. I honestly think the energy that he brings to our team is irreplaceable. I mean, just his movement. I love. It's almost like, and Bernardo Silva still does it, but when those two players are on the pitch, it's just I could not imagine trying to defend those people. You'd just be like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be the longest day of my entire life. I don't know what to tell you.
And hopefully it is for Chelsea, man. Hopefully it is for Chelsea. You must. I mean, everyone's relatively confident. I'm not saying you have to be, but I guess you are. Are you confident? Are you feeling confident ahead of the Chelsea game?
I'm feeling pretty confident. Like they said, we haven't played like our full strength squad against them yet, which I think is a big deal. I also heard that Mendy was injured today, so we'll more than likely be playing against Kepa, which I personally like having a smaller keeper in the net with our guys' abilities to kind of pick out the corners. But yeah,
that's interesting. You're right there, by the way. You're right. Mahrez and De Bruyne and Mahrez and De Bruyne, Gundogan in particular, they love a whip, don't they? So that could be interesting.
Yep, I think that would play huge into if Kepa is in goal or not. I think it's a big telling sign of. I mean, I think we're gonna do well. Definitely. I've always been confident, and I think that the boys are going to come ready. And I think that Pep's, I mean, I hate to say this, but yeah, Pep's only lost like one final. There's got to be some sort of speech that he's got lined up that every single time where he just goes in there and he's like, guys, this is the day you've waited for your whole life, and it really is for a lot of these players. It really is the biggest day of their life and something they've dreamed about since they were kids. I mean, I'm sure they've all dreamed about winning Premier Leagues and other various leagues that they grew up around, but it's the Champions League, like that's the crown jewel of all football, in my opinion, next to the World Cup. And they can't compete for the World Cup on this team. So
look, we could all sing the theme, and if you can sing the theme, that's it, really, isn't it? Like that's it. Everyone's going to be. The players do it. There's not a single football fan in the world who hasn't sang the champions, and that says it all, really. It's iconic, man. On that note, Scott, thank you so much for coming on, man. You're a legend as always, and I can't wait to chat to you. Hopefully after a Champions League. Oh, fingers crossed. But today is pretty good either way. See you later, man. And a bit. You're a legend. Bye-bye. Scott, as always, being an absolute legend. He's a hell of a guy. Let's go to John. I hope John is good and hope John is ready. Hello, John. How you doing, man? You all right?
Hello, Steve. How are you doing?
I'm very good, mate. I'm very good. I'm flustered. I'm tired. Worn down, sad, elated, every emotion under the sun, man. It was a good day, wasn't it?
Oh, it was fantastic. I'm an hour in front of you because I live in Czech, as you know. And
okay.
I'm in a different place from the first two calls because I unavoidably had to travel today. So I didn't see the game. And so I'm driving along the motorway. And my one football app keeps flashing up on my Apple Watch. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. And I just kept every goal that went in. I hope Sergio scored. I hope Sergio scored.
He did, John. He did, John. Yeah.
I know. I got over and I immediately switched the highlights on and the reports and everything. And he scored two goals. The symmetry of him scoring 2 goals in his first game and his last game was. I mean, what?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I've been watching you for a while now, as you know, and I went to the first game in 1968 when Bobby Owen scored on debut against West Bromwich Albion. You keep saying, yeah, we are blessed to have this time. This is unbelievable. 1968, that was. My brother became a Manchester United supporter the same year.
Oh, he made the wrong choice. He'll say he did, but he didn't.
Well, he didn't have that opinion for about 20 years, but...
you're going to have the last laugh, John. You're going to have the last laugh, man. Definitely.
Yeah, it's always best to last laugh. But today, I mean, Sergio finished the beauty of his finishes, was amazing. Just that first goal, that doesn't happen.
That's Sergio. Sergio, isn't it?
The instinctiveness of it is amazing, just unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, it was really, really weird today, but it was great. It was really
before I get on to the next question, I want to say thank you, by the way, John. I know you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I hope you enjoyed the new gaff as well, because you're the one with the new place. Is that right? Is it? Have I got that right? Yeah.
We moved there on the 1st of April, and it's beautiful. It's really
wonderful.
Really cool.
I'm so happy for you, man. Is there many fans over in the Czech Republic? City fans? You fans anymore yet?
There is actually. I a couple of years ago, I came over to the Etihad with 5 Czechs to
nice.
Watch the game and it's football by some distance because it's hockey.
I can't see any Czech players. I can't think of any. I don't think we have we?
They've had about 5-6 years ago. They had really good team. They got to the quarterfinals against Germany.
Oh, sorry. I meant if City had any. I said the City had any Czech players. I don't think we have.
City. No, I don't think so. No.
In my head, I thought Kaluka, but he was Croatian, wasn't he, for a second?
Yeah, Croatian.
I don't think we've had any Czech players. I mean, Czech Republic were good back in like Euro '96. We got semi-finals, didn't they, or something like that? What I remember back in the Davor Suker era, which was that was Croatia as well. Who was it? Poborski, was he Czech? I can't remember.
No,
Polish. No, I can't remember. Either way, but this City team, they're very good, man. They're very good, aren't they? They're absolutely brilliant. What does Sergio mean to you? Because obviously you've been watching City and going to City longer than I have, like well before I was just a twinkle in my parents' eyes. So, like, where does Sergio rank for you? Because we've seen some incredible players over the year, and you've seen them all.
I saw Colin Bell play, and I saw Mike Summerby, I saw these people, but Sergio. When he came, I thought, okay, he's brilliant. His first game when he scored the 2 goals, and after that, and I wondered how long he would stay. And the thing that's impressed me was not that goal. It's the longevity of his commitment to this club. That speaks volumes. And actually, my favourite goal, I'll be controversial, was the one against Napoli when he broke the record.
Yeah, when he picked up the ball loose. And
then he ran in and that was... Spent a lot of time in Italy over the years, and and if you've ever been to Napoli, then their passion for football is incredible. It's the only place I've been where it's more is Brazil.
You've been around, John, haven't you? You've been about, man. You've been about.
I've been all over the world. Several times. I was actually in Brazil for the World Cup when it was in South Africa, and that was insane. That was one of the most insane experiences of my entire football life. But yeah, Sergio has given the best years of his life, and it's one of the most brilliant and certainly the most instinctive goal scorers ever in football.
Yeah, I agree.
That earns my respect. That earns my admiration, as much as everything else that he's done and the goals and everything. But he's given us everything, and that is pretty special.
That's it. You do feel like he has given us everything, and that's the thing and I honestly feel like, and I'm not sure if I'm right, and we'll never know because it's hypothetical, but I do feel if Aguero hadn't been injured, and I know it's so like, shoulda, woulda, coulda, whatever, but I do feel like if he hadn't had those injuries, I don't think anyone would doubt it. I don't think anyone would doubt saying he's the best, because Aguero had the injuries, and he also took 5 or 6 games to get back to his fitness. Imagine if that just hadn't happened and he played 50 games every year, and he would have scored 40 goals every season, and like, anyone would have doubted how great he was? Because I still see some people playing Aguero down every now and then, which drives me mad. I know the internet's full of nonsense, but like, I do feel like he was. Well, I guess what I'm trying to get at, John, is that I actually think he's probably better than some people realize. I honestly believe that, and I feel like we've been robbed maybe of his peak fitness and rhythm because of his injuries a few times. But that is just like, go on.
I have a slightly different opinion on that. I don't think that people doubt him. I think that it's people put Manchester City down.
Yeah, well, that's probably where I'm getting at, actually, yeah.
And I think that's a big part of them playing down Aguero's achievements. But if I listen to pundits, can be plus or minus, but pundits who've played the game, and I never played the game. I played at school, But pundits, Alan Shearer says he's the best striker to come. When these people say it, then I think that's much more of a tribute than the nonsense that is the internet. They can go to hell and stick their keyboards in their ears. I was diplomatic then for once. But when you have really people who are you've respected, even if you're not a fan of their teams they played for, when they are saying this guy is brilliant, this guy is the best, then I think that's the tribute that he deserves.
And it's funny you mentioned Shearer today, because I'm not sure if you saw any of it, but if you didn't, and if people didn't, they when they were doing Aguero's like kind of send off, they had a montage
of the television. Horrible. Came up because the sound wasn't working and there was.
They tried to also in the stadium.
Tributes. I saw it, but I didn't hear any of them.
No, they tried to get Martin Tyler, who was in the stand, to do the Aguero moment again, and it was just feedback. It was took a facepalm moment, fortunately. But either way, what I was going to get at was they actually had loads of ex-Man City players and good people, but they had Alan Shearer as well. Alan Shearer was on there, and obviously he's agreed to do that because he clearly loves Sergio Aguero, and he, and I think it's if Alan Shearer.
He said it many times. He has said it many times how much he admires Aguero. So.
Yeah, and rightfully so. John, I've been asking everyone this before we sign off, but we have to. I mean, actually, I want to know what the Champions League means to you personally and how you're feeling about it as well.
Okay, so the Champions League, I would not put as a priority at the beginning of any season.
I would agree, actually.
At the start, but it is. I cannot deny it is so exciting to be in the final.
Yeah,
to actually make it to the final. I mean, I think one of the lowest points in the last 10 years was Lyon last year. I mean, not winning the Premier League or losing to Wigan in the FA Cup. Or I think the Lyon won when for very rare for Manchester City, when the expectation was so high and what happened was so low. that was a real. So to get to the final. Fabulous, but we've got to crush these guys, and we should absolutely. We are a better team, and we should blitz them. I don't like the football Chelsea play. I admire the manager. I think to get to 2 Champions League finals in 2 years is a fabulous achievement. But we should blast them out of the water.
And I think we should do. You're right. I'm not saying we will, but I think we should do. I think you're right. And I don't think it's a controversial statement to say we are better, because we are better, and that's not arrogance. It's just by every metric, it's probably true. By statistical performances, results, and I think that's fair, man. And that's fair. And like I'm with you, John. Like it is exciting. I think City fans for a long time rallied a little bit against the Champions League because we didn't feel like we belonged there. If that makes sense. But now we've tasted that beautiful Champions League elixir. It's like I want more of it. now I want it, and it feels exciting, doesn't it? It feels exciting. John, mate, I'm going to get on someone else if that's okay, just because I want to be able to go to bed earlier. So, but it's so good to chat to you, man. Finally, it's a pleasure. And I hope the mug turned up okay as well. I'm not sure if we did or not. But
I've got the
yes,
mug. Got the
mug. Brilliant, John. I'll catch you soon, man. Cheers. See you later, dude. Bye. What a legend. I love John's perspective on that. What a great guy. But big love as well to the new member, Vector, that VZND. What a name. Just become a member. If you are, and I think I saw Vector asking what to do now. If you go over to the YouTube community tab, Vector, you'll find a link on there on YouTube community, mate, to join in. For now, though, I'm going to go over to who's waiting. Anthony's waiting. Let me just 1 second. Anthony, I'll be in a second. I'm just trying to do a little bit of on-screen admin right now as I do this. There we go. Anthony, how you doing, man? You good?
Right, Stephen, mate. How you doing?
I'm pretty good, mate. It's been a good day. It's been a long day. A very long day, but a good one. What about yourself? Are you well?
I'm good. I'm good. A bit like you, mate. You go through it all. Go through all the emotions, don't you? But glad you got to the game, though, fella. And
thanks, man. Thank you. It was nice as well. It felt weird, actually. It felt a bit weird, because it just felt weird. Naturally, it did. But then it was weird. But then it felt so normal at the same time. Like once we got in there, it just like it's like just slipping on your favorite pair of shoes or something. I've got slippers, whatever the saying is. You know what I'm getting at. Yeah. But it just felt so natural straight away, and like everyone was happy to be there as well. And it was I saw so many people recognizing people, mates and whatever. And it was lovely, mate. And the performance was good as well, wasn't it? It was a good performance today, man.
Oh, they're incredible today. But I think they were warming up for the final. I think that's why Pep picked the side he did. Picked the back four. I expect that back four to start. I expect Fernandinho to start. Foden. I think Foden will play a different position in the final. Same with Mahrez. And obviously Gundogan and Bernardo Silva will come in. But I think that was pretty much his warm up. If this is since we won the league, I felt like it's a mini pre-season before the final. And then I say that this was in every pre-season you have the game before the start of the season.
Well, it's Community Shield for us now, isn't it?
Yeah, Community Shield. That was like the Community Shield today, where let's see how ready we are, and they look good.
I've just realised that the Community Shield is just a thing we do every year. It's mad, isn't it? It's just that's something we take for granted. Never used to. Fuck, I know, man. How old are you, man? Probably we're similar age. I'm older than you, so we're roughly similar age. So we know it never used to be, but it's weird. And I was like, of course we're playing the Community Shield. It just feels bizarre.
My first away game was at Stockport. My first away game was Stockport County.
That is big bit energy, that man. You couldn't be City Stockport game. What a first game! What a first game! I was Swindon actually at '94, and Kevin Olak was playing for Swindon, and he scored an own goal. And I met him briefly, Kevin Olak, for one of the We're Not Really Issues. I told him that, and he was like, "Oh, cheers, man." I was like, "What about the other goal I scored?" That was pretty good as well. The other one, thank you.
Yeah, just remind him.
But basically, no, you're right. It did feel like a proper warm up, that one, and it was. And when I saw the starting lineup and it was pretty strong, I was like, it's a strong lineup. If you get an injury, we'd be devastated. But Pep did say in the press conference, if an injury's happened, unlucky, that's life, unfortunately. Yeah. But I guess what he meant by that was like, no, I have to play this team because the players have to be sharp and they have to be ready. And he was spot on. I think. Looking back, you could see how much the players wanted this to win 5-0 against Everton. I know there's a couple of mistakes here and there, but overall, that was a performance with an intention, wasn't it? They were clearly all playing for their places, and they were clearly up for it today, weren't they?
Well, they know, mate. I think they know Pep's mentality, and Pep's mentality is from some. I know a bit about sport. I know a bit about sports mentality. Pep is really on like Michael Jordan kind of sports mentality of you have to be here all the time, and when he sends them out, he's saying, right, if you're not ready for next week, if you show me you're not ready, you're not playing. And people might think that's not true. But if somebody dropped a gear today, they'd be sat on the bench next Saturday. Yeah. And if they asked him why, he'd tell them, because I told you last Sunday, if you weren't ready, you're not playing. But they did what they do. This team really responded this year. I was a bit like yourself, a bit skeptical at the start. About November, starting to think, I don't know about this is looking messy again, like last season. But I have to say, I think I heard Asan say it in one of your videos. Is you saying that this really has been Pep has really,
Pep years, isn't it?
He's proved himself massively this season.
Yeah, the tough year, Pep, last year, didn't he? For personal reasons, he lost his mum and all that kind of stuff, and life was weird. And we forget, I guess, like what makes Pep so brilliant. He's emotional, he's passionate, isn't he? He's got like Catalan energy, and he's so fiery and he's brilliant. And
to see him crying about Sergio. I don't know if you've seen it, but when he cried, he cried. It stunned me. I thought because I felt like that. I felt like, but I didn't know Pep felt like that about Sergio. I thought he's a manager. We've all done things. We've all played sport. We've all played under people, and you thought, it's just, you're out the door. It's cold-blooded kind of thing. But when I seen him get teary-eyed, I thought, wow, that means the decision to let Sergio go was as hard for him as it was for us, and that was.
It's difficult. I was gutted actually because I only heard that when I got home. I was gutted they didn't actually give the mic to Guardiola in the ground. It would have made a lot of sense because they gave it to Sergio, and Sergio's English is still pretty ropey. All he could say was thank you. That's basically it. Yeah, that's all he ever says is thank you, which is fine, man. It's fine. But I do wish we had because when Yaya went, you had Vinny doing that incredible speech because Vinny is like, who was there for for the FA Cup semi-final? Yaya and this and Yaya, and he was doing that kind of thing. And I wish it was like that, but it wasn't to be that kind of way. But and you're right, like Guardiola, he cares, man. And I guess he puts to bed all that nonsense about people saying, oh, Guardiola doesn't like Aguero. Of course he fucking does. It was never personal. It was always about football. And that's what Guardiola is always about football. If you train hard and you work hard, you don't have to be best friends. He doesn't give a shit as long as you work hard and you're professional, and you'll be in the team. It's as simple as that with Guardiola, isn't it?
Yeah. He's cutthroat, and that's professional sport. If he's not cutthroat, he's out of a job. So
yeah, exactly.
It has to be, and he's going to be the same in the summer. There's a lot of players there that he'll love, and he'll love them as players, he'll love them as people. But if something happens, he'll say, right, well, sorry, that's the time. It's the door, and people coming in, if they don't meet his expectations, he'll be like, no, I can't. I can't be dilly dallying with you. If you don't want to be here, you're not going to be here. So
yeah, exactly, man. You touched on it earlier, by the way, and I've not really mentioned this in this video yet. You touched on Foden playing a different position today, and obviously he will go back out wide. But I thought he looked really comfortable in midfield today. I know that's his natural position, of course, where he started. But he's not played there for a while now, and he's bigger, stronger, more confident than the last time he played there. And I thought he looked a lot more at home centrally today than he did when he was previously there. About a year ago or so. Is that opinion you share yourself as well?
Yeah, definitely. I think as he gets older, that's where he'll play.
Yeah, I agree.
As he does grow into his physique, and it's not just the physique, it's his mentality as well. You saw it today when he's getting the ball. The reason Pep stuck him out wide, I think, at the beginning was because, and I think Pep touched on, he's not ready. He can go down the wing, and if you lose the ball on the wing,
doesn't matter, does it? Yeah,
not a big deal. You've got a lot of space to meet. If you lose the ball in the middle of the park, that's problems. That's a big problem, and that's why that's one of the reasons he's always like Gundogan, because Gundogan doesn't lose. He doesn't lose the ball in the middle of the park. When he gets it, he's going to get it. He's going to go. You're going to give it. He's going to go. And today, Phil really, I think he's growing into it. At the minute, I'd still want to see him out wide because I think out of all the front three, he's the one, especially somewhere like a game like next Saturday. You're thinking if he gets the ball against a fullback, he can win the game. A game like that, he can win it. Without someone like he's the big. As much I love and Mahrez this season, absolutely brilliant, and love Mahrez. But out of all of them, without Sergio, who used to be our big game guy, Foden for me is the one that I'm looking at to give him the ball. Let's see, give him 10 seconds just to change the game. That's what Sergio used to be, and that's what I miss from Sergio. I know you touched on it before, and and funny you said exactly the same thing I was saying to my dad the other day on the phone. Said it's not the QPR game that sums up Sergio for me; it's the Liverpool game, the Liverpool goal. That's the one.
Yeah, that's the most instinctive, brilliant Sergio Aguero finish. And I was shouting a City fan to hit the ground, and I said that to him, and he went, "Yeah." And he's about 40 more, isn't it? I was like, that's Aguero. That's that kind of finish. But that to me is my favorite Aguero goal. Obviously, this QPR one means the most, but if I was to pick out what makes Aguero brilliant, I would go for that one because it's just I don't know. No one else scores that. No one else does.
And it's the level. It's the level as well. It's the kind of cold-blooded assassin level of.
Yeah, it was scary, wasn't it?
I'm against the best. Just the body swerve to get away from Van Dijk, who's best defender in the world football at the time.
Yeah,
and then to smash it near post past one of the best keepers in the world.
The world record keeper, as well. Like
it's people don't do that in that game where if you know you don't win, that's it. No. I don't see whoever we bring in the summer, they're not going to be able to do that. That kind of thing is special because the thing I always say about big game players, the bigger the moment gets, the harder it is to perform at a level. You see a lot of people, they call them flat track bullies, and it sounds like it's a diss, but it kind of is, but at the same time, it's true. People can go and play against Sheffield United, score a hat-trick, or Newcastle score, or whoever, in a league game where, you might be 5 points in front. When the pressure's on, and when you're playing against the best players who give you limited space, don't give you too much, you're not going to get much joy out of. That's where you see who people are. And Sergio, every time he just delivered against the best. And it's like he sought out the best. He sought out, I want Terry, I want Ferdinand, I want Van Dijk. I'm going to give it to you today.
Just collecting them all, man. Just collecting them all. And you're absolutely fucking spot on. And I think that's that way, son, as well. It's like you think about him, and it's always it's every team. It's every team. There's I'm not the best at recalling moments because my memory is always very much in the now. But I can recall pretty much goals against every team with Aguero, which is crazy because that's what. And they're always so high quality as well. Like you can think of world class goals that he scored against world class teams. Like how the fuck do you do that? Like there's only a handful of players that do that, who score genuine the long range. Like he scored I can think of them all inside head. United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. I can picture all the goals in my head that are just world class, and Spurs as well. And but that's Sergio in a nutshell, isn't it, Anthony? That's what he's good at, man. I guess as well, how you feeling ahead of the Champions League final? I've got an interesting live comment coming up, by the way. I've just seen a super chat now, which is wild, which I'm going to get to after you jumped off. I've seen it, Vector. But how are you feeling about Champions League final?
Well, I've been a fan since the 90s, so I'm not confident. Everyone else is confident. I'm not confident about the game. That's all I know. I think if they turn up and play though, if I take a step back and look at it from, take my heart out of it, if City turn up and play, then they've got maybe 7-8 times out of 10 they'll beat Chelsea.
Yeah,
I think Kante is a big thing though as well. If Kante is fit, then again, then maybe 7 times out of 10. But if they turn up, it's 7-8 times out of 10 that they beat Chelsea. But it's whatever they turn up and whether Chelsea and whatever happens, you never know what happens on the day.
You never do. Andy, man, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. Good to chat to you. Where I saw you, man? Where I saw you?
Oh, Manchester. I'm across the road from the ground.
Oh, yeah, no, I just wonder where else you are. Obviously, the accent, I recognise you straight away, but I was wasn't sure where you are. Mate, I'm sure I'll chat to you very, 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 very soon. Fingers crossed it's after Champions League final victory. Catch you in a bit, man. See
Fingers crossed. You take care.
Bye, mate. See you later, dude. Guys, I'm going to turn my camera for a second because you don't want to see me take contact lenses out. Hello! Nicola, you want to stay for a second? Good look at this comment I'm about to read out. Look at that there. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to turn the camera because I want to put.
Is that real?
I'm going to get to it in a second. I'm going to turn the camera because I need to take contact lenses out, and no one wants to see that because my eyes are very dry. But I'm still here. I'm going to carry on talking to you. Hang on 1 second. That's gone off. Right, contact lenses coming out.
One's out. He's getting the other out.
Done. There we go.
He's going to be back any second now.
Transformation complete. There we go. I'm back. Right, sorry about that little change there. I had to get my eyes have gone so dry and so tired from a day wearing it. This is an interesting comment here from Vector. I don't know if he's taking the piss or not, but Vector says, "Hi Jessica, will you marry me?" I've asked that question before, and she said, "Yeah, it was great." Live on stream host, she says, "Yes." I don't know if this is for real or not. I don't know if Jessica's going, "What the fuck are you doing, pal?" I don't know if Vector's trying to get someone who doesn't know. Maybe it's Jessica Alba he's going for or whatever. I don't know. Either way, Vector, I hope it's a yes. And do it, Jessica. If someone's stupid enough to go on my live stream and ask you to marry them with that, I think they're stupid enough to have great fun with, is what I'm going to say. So I would say go for it, and you only live once. Go on, Vector. Vector shoots. I wonder who's going to score. I wonder.
Vector, please let us know. I need to even better, Jessica.
Say yes, Jess. Say yes, Jess. Jess, say Say yes, Jess is what I'm going, man. Make it happen. That's what the world needs to know. Go on, Jess. Do it. I admire that energy, man. That's what I want. Did you say yes? Did she say yes? She said yes. What? Oh, Sergio. Vector's through a goal. Balotelli. Vector. Oh, I swear down, you'll never see anything like this again. Oh, Vector, man, Vector. Oh, I love it. I hope you're actually being serious. Did you actually say that? If so, did she actually say yes? Aguero! Did it actually happen? Did it actually happen? Oh, fucking hell. That's incredible. Vector is still alive here. Watch it. Drink it in. Stupendous. It'll happen. It'll happen. If so, man, that's a hell of a victory. Actually, did you do this like days ago and you're acting like it's now? But either way, man, congratulations, Vector. I mean, I know. Did you? What the fuck are you doing? Get off the live stream. If she's actually just said yes, go and fucking have some. Go and have some. Go and celebrate. You know what I mean? Go and enjoy yourselves. This is PG-13, but you know. But crack open a bottle of bubbly. I don't know. Go and watch Aguero's goals on loop. I'm sure Jess will love that as well. Either way, absolutely wonderful stuff. But now, though, the fan view live carries on. Omo can't top that, but I'm going to him anyway. He's been waiting absolutely ages, as has Sean and Louis. But I'll get to those guys very soon. Hello, mate. Welcome to the fan view live. Cracking debut. Can you follow that, mate? How are you doing? You all right?
I can't even top that. How are you? Congratulations. Who's the name? What's the name?
Vector. Yeah, Vector. That VZ. I don't know what any of that means, but Vector. He's also like the bad guy out of the what's it called? Despicable Me, for what I can remember. But anyway, Vector. Congratulations. How do you pronounce your first name, mate? Your full name, mate?
Omolemo.
Omolemo. I thought it might be that. Yeah, like,
it's just for you.
Yeah, I actually thought it'd be that, but I always like to get it because my surname's McInerney. No one ever can get that. So, Omo, man, where about you, mate?
I'm from South Africa. the place that
Nice,
you heard
man,
so much. You're scared of South Africa. I heard you mention that you're scared of South Africa.
Oh, I mentioned it once, only because I'd heard about carjackings and stuff like that. So, but Joe, it's beautiful though. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful place, isn't it?
It's a beautiful place. Yeah.
And you're there, man. You're there.
I just want to know how was it today? Like,
oh, mate, I tell you what, it's a good question, actually. It's a simple question. It was a good one, but it was good. It was great. And do you know what? I'll be honest, it felt weird a little bit going back there. And it was surreal. And it was a bit strange because we had to queue massively because of all the COVID stuff. We had to massively queue and get in. And it was a bit awkward. But once we got in there, obviously it was only 10,000. So it was only a fifth full. But it felt good. It felt normal. And it felt like we were returning home after a long time and seeing familiar faces and all that kind of stuff. And it was great, man. It was great on a personal level. I'm not trying to sound arrogant here. Genuinely, it's because obviously everyone's been sat at home for the past year, just watching YouTube videos because there's got nothing else to do because there's been no football. I think a lot more people have watched my videos. So quite a few City fans. Oh, Stephen. I was like, fuck yeah, this was great. So I felt like a minor Z-list celebrity for the first time, and it was really weird, and I loved it. Yeah, Nicola was loving it as well. Nicola was saying hello to everyone. So, and to be honest, it was just good chatting to Blues again about the city. It was just class, man. I loved it, Omo, and it was good, mate. But obviously, have you been to the Etihad? Have you been to yet?
No, I haven't been to the UK actually.
What? One day,
that's part of my bucket list. That's part of my bucket list. So that's somewhere I just want to be.
Well, you have to let me know when you come over. You have to let me know when you come over, man. And obviously, hopefully, we'll be. Hopefully, I want to just with as many of you guys as I can now. At the ground, it'd be great one day. But I'm sure you'll get there one day, man. I'm sure you'll get there one day.
Yeah, definitely.
But it was class, and because City were class. So what did you make of the performance today?
Oh no, it was a great performance. It actually started even quick. It was just quick 2 goals. The De Bruyne goal, and the thing is that when De Bruyne holds the ball, you just know that, especially when he's in space, you can just say go, and then just imagine the ball getting into the net. Also the Mahrez chance. I don't think everybody.
The crossbar.
When Pickford was just glued to a spot, and that was just also beautiful. It was just a beautiful performance. But then at the end of the first half, we just started being clumsy. I don't know if you realized that's when Everton started actually attacking us even more. But then apart from that, no complaints. It was a wonderful, complete performance with a penalty save. What more can you ask for, actually?
It's great, wasn't it? It had everything. It had all the twists and everything, didn't it? Obviously, Edison getting a penalty save, clean sheet. Sergio just absolutely beasting it when he came on. Foden scoring as well when the fans are back. KDB getting his fitness. You're right. It was a perfect day already, wasn't it? I guess.
Yeah. The thing is that I almost bet on actually Aguero scoring, and something just held me back, and I just regretted it because I actually expected a hat trick. But then Pickford came up with 2 good saves. So, but
imagine he got a hat trick. Imagine. Do you know what? A small part of me is I'm glad he got the 2. Just to mirror the his debut game. So it's his first. It's almost like it was a perfect little ending for him. Do you know what Moses has just said as well? Actually, Moses Fury said, "Can we appreciate Jesus?" I actually agree. He was good today, Jesus. That's goal for him.
Jesus. Oh, the thing is that I've been saying this with everybody. Everybody.
Loving the energy, by the way, man. Loving the energy.
The thing about Jesus. I'm so passionate. I'm so passionate with these people that everybody just throws to the door. I'm a passionate Mendy fan. It's just that injuries got in the way of him succeeding because Mendy was crazy. Also, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm always the one defending Jesus in your comments.
Good on you, man. Someone's go.
Jesus, the problem with Jesus is that he's just an emotional player, and that thing doesn't make him keep. The only thing that you can say is wrong with Jesus is that he's not calm. That's the only thing that can have him. Oh, also the turn where he left Alan for dead. He left Alan for dead and just set up
By the way, you've just stole my missus, by the way. Nicholas just put, Omo, you're bloody adorable. And I'm agreeing with her. She put, best smile I've ever seen. Sorry, Stephen. I agree. I absolutely agree. I like to think that Butler who's saying spot on is actually because of what Nicholas just said, not about Jesus. I like to think he's saying that. But I am with Nicola. You're a fucking top lad, by the way. But you're right. The goal as well. That would mean a lot to Jesus, wouldn't it, as well? Because it was a good finish.
The thing is that when it comes to Jesus and Sterling, they panic when they get in front of goal. So it's always a fake shot. Like the decision making doesn't come as good. So the fact that he was so calm, just put it onto his right, and he just Gabriel. I swear, I'm actually still fine. If I feel like also I was talking to my friend just before this about Jesus, like with Harry Kane, about Harry Kane. I feel like Harry Kane would have a good, if it happens, he would have a good impact on someone like Jesus. I don't know, like I just feel like he just needs someone to actually just teach him how to somebody that could help him stay calm in front of the goal, because that's the only thing that he's short with. Like, to think about it.
He's emotional. You're right. I think that's always his problem, and I don't know if he'll get it when he's old. I don't know. The only problem with Jesus, not problem, is like I wonder if it's a catch-22, because I wonder if he needs to play 30 games in a row and be someone's number, to feel confident. But the problem is at Man City is that unless you're brilliant, you're not going to get 30 games in a row, So I wonder if it's like he's just like stuck where he's brilliant, clearly, but he'll just never play enough, because if he doesn't score in 5 games, someone will take his spot. And then it might just be that he needs to play his way into it. But either way, I love Jesus, man. I think he should stay around Man City, because he's always so reliable in terms of what he'll give you.
I feel like if he leaves, he's actually going to excel somewhere else, and then you'll be there folding our hands and be like, oh man, we left some. Even Michael Owen at the beginning of the league actually said that his prediction was Jesus was going to be a golden boot. He's going to win the golden boot, and then everybody was like, but then to show that everybody sees the potential, it's just that also after the Man United game, you see the Man United game where he caused the penalty, and then after that everything was just messed up, and he was hitting his head like he was. It just shows that he's
very emotional, doesn't he? I think he needs. I wonder if it's like because he feels like he. Once again, I think it goes back to he feels like he needs to make no mistakes, and he's putting too much pressure on himself. But either way, one of many quality players. Oh my, you got so many fans, man. John's a big fan as well. Like you're just loving the energy. Everyone's loving the energy. It's positive energy as well. That's the good thing about it. Like it's always good. But as well, City deserved the energy today. I mean, De Bruyne as well. Like that said at the start of the show is like it's almost like he actually hasn't been injured and we're just resting him, because he looked on fire today, didn't he?
De Bruyne it's a standard performance. Like you can't even you run out of adjectives to describe his performances, because I don't know, like that's the thing. He shows up every time. Now we just take it for granted because it's De Bruyne. I mean, like he puts the pass that he gave to Sterling.
What a pass!
Like he puts balls just in between two defenders, and they're so precise with the correct weight, and it's just crazy. And the fact is that you'll be like, standard De Bruyne. Like even now, he was 1 assist away from Kane, and he played so many less games. And you're just thinking like it's crazy. Everybody's like Bruno. We understand that Bruno is a fantastic player, and we're taking nothing away from him. But then, but De Bruyne does it with some sauce, like some sauce. Bruno's effective, but De Bruyne just makes beautiful, like he just makes impossible passes. The crosses that he puts in most of the times are just unreal.
The thing is, it feels like with Bruno tries about 400 and 4 of them come off, where Aguero will try 15 and 10 of them will come off, you know what I mean? And someone said it once where De Bruyne is going to win you titles, where Bruno will win you the odd trophy, the odd game or trophy, but De Bruyne wins you titles because Fernandes is a good player, but De Bruyne is on another level. I think it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Like he's
I feel like
vastly more intelligent.
We shouldn't like put him off by saying that. By comparing the two in that way, like you should appreciate that Fernandes is a good player, but then you would be crazy to say that De Bruyne is not a good player, or you're trying to put them above. You're trying to put him above Fernandes, like you're trying to put Fernandes above De Bruyne. Like De Bruyne is just
he runs games. De Bruyne, he runs the games, doesn't he? He runs them.
Also, if you look at De Bruyne, you wouldn't even think that he knows football. Like you'd swear everything that he thinks. He's just a toe poker. He knows nothing about football, and then he just does crazy things. So yeah, man.
He's a freak. He's a freak, man. Omar, man, you're a fucking legend. I've absolutely enjoyed this chat. I love the energy, man. It's getting late over here now, so I'm going to get through to Sean and Louis. But mate, it's been a pleasure chatting to you. And I apologise for ever saying anything vaguely negative about South Africa. You've changed my opinion entirely.
No.
No, to what it's worth. I know it's beautiful, but I know it is, and I genuinely want to visit South Africa. And I'm sure, hopefully, I will one day. And if so, you can be my tour guide. Deal?
Sure thing. No problem.
There we go. Done.
I got you.
All right.
Bye.
Have a wonderful day. Catch you later, mate. See you later. All right. What a legend. That smile. That absolutely what a guy. Almost start your own channel, mate, says Legand, and I'm actually Legand on that. Go for it, man. What a guy. And Legand as well. Not popping on today, he says, but Sergio Aguero is class. Oh, no worries, Legand. But there's never been a true word spoken to that man. He's absolutely class. He's world class. He's the best. Big blue heart, big Argentina flag. What a guy. Omo. Look at Omo's smile. What a guy. Let's go to Sean. Another fucking legend. There's so many legends on this stream today. Sean, man, how you doing? Unfortunately, Sean, you're wonderful, but you can't match that smile, unfortunately, mate. You're still wonderful.
No, he was beaming. He was awesome.
Yeah, what a guy. I love the energy. But Sean, man, fucking hell, we're good, aren't we? We're really good at football. Hashtag analysis.
Oh, my God. It was a great game. I even said in one of my footy chats that, like, early on, I was like, this is probably going to end up being like a 4 or 5 goal game for City, just the way that they were moving the ball and just creating chances. And
you called it.
Yeah. So that was nice. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, like, what stood out for you about the performance today in particular? Was it anyone in particular? Was it the mood of the performance? What made you feel good about today's performance?
I think everybody just kind of did their job, and then specifically Kevin De Bruyne came back from an injury and looked like he hadn't missed a game or missed a beat. He was pretty much on it. Phil Foden had a really good half. His goal was incredible. I mean, of course, that's kind of what we've come to know of him. And then Jesus, that finish kind of came out of nowhere. I was honestly expecting him to square it back to the middle, and he just pulled up and put it in the back of the net.
What happened there? Like, does something just change? And Jesus, like, he shot instead of passing.
Welcome. He felt Aguero breathing down his neck. He said, "All right, well, I might as well get one before he gets on." Yeah.
He did as the deed is like, and I guess for me is like it was the collective performance once again. Foden scoring, like I'm starting to get this daydream, and tell me if I'm going crazy. I'm starting to get a daydream of just Foden scoring in the Champions League final. I keep like having these little flashes of it happening, and it's not even unrealistic, is it? Is it unrealistic, Sean?
If I was to bet on one player to do it, it would be him, and I felt like that for the past couple of months. I think he honestly will, maybe even more than one.
It's his comp, isn't it? It's his comp. And I don't think that's even an exaggeration. He's like, he just scores in the Champions League, doesn't he?
I think he scores in anything. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I think he kind of just lives up to the bill every single time. I think he's got a goal in him and maybe something else. I don't mean, it's. I think Sam Lee has said it on. We're waiting for him to score that goal. That is just like, holy shit! Like that Liverpool one. That one was incredible, of course. But like he had one against Borussia Dortmund that he missed. That was like, oh, that could have been something. And then the PSG one where he went through the entire team, that was Messi-esque, and he hit the post, and it was like, if that goes in, the world's on fire with his name. So I don't know. Yeah. I'll definitely be interested to see what happens. I think he is going to score one against Chelsea. That's just going to set everything ablaze.
I feel like it's true as well. And Jacob reckons he could be KDB. I mean, KDB was on. I thought he looked so refreshingly sharp today. He looked like a man who had sat 2 weeks on his arse in a nice way. You know, like doing like just resting those muscles. You know, spending time with his kids and his missus. He's ready for this final, isn't he? He's ready for this final, Sean.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone is, obviously besides the mentality monster Ruben Diaz, I think Kevin De Bruyne has been sitting there. He probably wasn't enjoying the break, to be honest. He probably needed it, but him out of everybody was probably just well needed because he's the one that talked about it the most going into the COVID season with all the games on top of it. It was like, if we play these amount of games, there's going to be a lot of injuries. And sure enough, he ended up getting one. So I think that rest was huge for him. And I think he's going to be just primed and ready for that game next week.
It was against Chelsea as well. It's against a club, that passed on him essentially. They bought him, gave him a hard time, and he's scored some incredible goals. He scored incredible goals against Chelsea before, so he's always up for a game against Chelsea. And does he really have anything left to prove to Chelsea? I guess. Will this game still have that edge for him, or is that really just a thing he's over now?
I think it would be tough to. I think it would be tough to say he has anything to prove to anybody in the world of football. I mean, obviously, if he's able to win the Champions League, that's going to be huge for his accomplishments at the end of his career. But if he can do something with Belgium too, I mean, that would be icing on the cake for him. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if Phil scored one, and I definitely wouldn't be surprised if Kevin just has a lights out game. But I think my dark horse for having like an incredible game for the finals would be Fernandinho. I think he's going to play. Oh. I think he has to.
I agree. Yeah, I think he has to as well.
I think he lives in those moments. He was lights out against PSG, and every game that he's played recently, he's played fine. And I'm not saying Rodri's played bad, but he just hasn't played as clean as he did at the beginning of the year. And there's no way Pep hasn't noticed that. So I think this is definitely Fernandinho's game. And I think having his mentality like out there, just his leadership on the field, combined with Ruben Diaz and John Stones, you're not going to really go wrong there. I think there's going to be a lot of players out there who are going to be really comfortable in that moment. I don't think it's going to be a game that is like too high nerves for a lot of the players. I think out of all of them, the only one that I could see it really getting to would maybe be Zinchenko, only because of the way that he went about, what was it, PSG, when he kind of lost his head there for a moment. But other than that, I think everybody else is going to be ready for it.
Yeah, and as well, is one person who could probably maybe is in a kind of long shot ready for it. Sergio potentially is like. Tell me, am I dreaming here? Is there any mileage left in this Sergio Aguero story? Like, is it realistic to suspect there is something, or is it just City fans fantasizing about some dream scenario where somehow he gets on and scores a goal? Or is there a glimmer of hope with this, especially after today? And also, I guess broadly speaking, what did today mean for you as well? Because Sergio was good today, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he was incredible. I mean, if what that guy said earlier is true, where he didn't even warm up before the game, that is just,
I don't know if it's true or not.
Just that's considering mad. His history of getting injured, I don't know if that's like even possible. Like, how is he even like walking off the field at that point in time if he didn't get hurt? But it was incredible. I mean, just to see the emotion out of like Pep and the rest of the team too after the game. Pep's little comments on him after was really telling, because people have been slating him all year just for the lack of gameplay, and it was like the guy wasn't able to play more than half the year. He either had COVID, he was injured, he came back, got injured again, got injured again, and it was just, when do you want him to play? It was just incredible. I mean, just the 2 goals that he scored were just class goals. I don't think we didn't have a single goal today that was like typical City, just pass around, tap in. They were all just like individual brilliance goals.
Yeah, the high quality goals, weren't they? Really high quality goals.
All 5 of them.
It's perfect timing for what it's worth. Like, if they're going to get the finishing bug all of a sudden, like, and start finishing clinically, which is not really a Man City thing these days, now is a good time for it. I'm just going to put it out there. It'd be fucking nice if they take that into the Champions League final, wouldn't it? Was that a team playing confident today, by the way? Obviously, they should be confident, but it did look like a team, because we've rested a lot recently, and I think Andy was saying earlier, it felt like we've rested, like pre-season kind of vibes. But this, to me, looked like a team that had come back in and gone, right, the real big guys are here now. We're here. We're going to take control. And he felt a little, after the fun craziness of Newcastle Brighton, it was like, right, can we just be serious for a second? It felt like that to me. It felt like a little bit like that. And do you think there's a sense that this team is ready for it and that they trusted themselves?
Yeah, I do think so. And I think it was huge for them to not only just do it in the way that they did it, but just get the win, do it in the way that they did it, and then hold the clean sheet, just because the past 2 games, I mean, the shit just kind of got out of hand with the goal conceding that we had. I mean, I think they lost the last 2 games, and just a plethora of goals scored against them. Obviously, the fucking red card was bullshit, and then that just kind of, the game's gone after that.
Yeah.
Just a solid game. The penalty was just unfortunate. Eddie coming up big. I think someone had put out a stat, and you probably missed it because you were, at the game. Someone said that was the first penalty that he saved since 2018.
Oh, I have no idea, but we don't concede many penalties.
Yeah,
we do
don't.
actually. We did this season.
Yeah,
5. Yeah, I think of 5, but I don't actually know, to be honest. I wouldn't be able to tell you if that's true or not. But either way, that's wild if so.
Yeah, so I mean, it took 2.5 or 3 years to just save a penalty. I mean, that's incredible. And again, it's not like it's happening every week that we're giving one, but that's good to see him, in a game that's pretty much dead, still being like, no, this isn't going in, and getting it right. So that was huge.
It was indeed. It was big, man. It was big. Nicholas giving you what I like to call now the Omo challenge. Just, I want to see Sean's best smile.
No.
Yeah,
not doing it.
Do you know, I brought that up just because I know you. I just know because you go no. There you go. We got the smile at you anyway. There you go. You succeeded in making Sean. She's happy now because she made you feel awkward. And Nicola just wants to wind everyone up in the world. That's what Nicola does. We got there in the end. Apparently, he saved 3 out of 16 according to Eno. I don't know if that's true or not. I would trust what looks like a Pokemon. Is it a Pokemon? Who knows? But either way, Eno probably isn't lying. Maybe either way. I mean, penalties are hard to save, is what I will say.
Oh yeah,
most people they're hard to save. Most people don't really save many. Safi saying, "Do the Ruben chant." I didn't actually hear. Was it not just Ruben? Was there a Ruben chant I missed other than that? Because I swear I heard a lot of people just chanting Ruben.
I couldn't hear it on the TV, to be honest with you.
Unless it's a new one that I didn't notice there because no one around me sang it. So unfortunately, I don't know what it's referring to. I heard a lot of just Ruben, but that was it, Safi, unfortunately, mate. So I can't really say. Either way, mate, City were good today. Is that basically the strongest lineup today, other than maybe Gundogan and Bernardo? Is it fair to say that's probably the final lineup?
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying it for a couple of months now with you that I think that the midfield is definitely Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, Kevin playing the false nine, then Foden, Mahrez. Then, in my opinion, the back line for the final has to be Zinchenko, Diaz, Stones, Walker, and then Scott Carson in goal. And Eddie in goal. And I think
there's a moment today, by the way, with Scott Carson when he was on the first to go up to collect his little medal, and it was just the weird kind of like oxymoron of Scott Carson walking up with fire cannons behind him. It was like Scott Carson and fire cannons and fireworks just don't really go together, but it was brilliant. No, you're right. Actually, you're right to disagree. But it was just continues. Like. Yeah, The story. I want a Scott Carson cinematic universe. That's what I want. On that note, Sean, you're a legend, man. I'll hopefully catch you. Go on. You gotta say something.
You think that's the lineup that it's going to be?
Yes.
You think okay? And do you think it's going to be like a 6? I mean, because in my opinion, I think going in halftime, I think City's going to be up 2-0. Like I got the weirdest feeling. I think
Sean.
Yeah, it's just speaking into existence, and then after that, like. I don't know how Pep goes into the final, but final half of that game. But I could see Sergio coming on and bagging a couple goals. I really could.
Sean, I hope you're speaking this into existence and not.
That team isn't good. Man. The team is not good.
I need to clarify that these are the opinions of Sean, not the esteemed Kompany Man City fan channel, and any performative jinx that people may accuse me of does not count in this particular instance. But I respect Sean's confidence, and so does Scott saying Sean the legend. Sean is a fucking legend, and I love the calm, the calm composure of Sean as well.
I just think it's time. I really do think it's time. They lost today. They're not in the best of shape. I don't think they have been. And
imagine
I know
them.
I'm still
all this shit. So imagine it.
But I mean, what are the chances that Timo Werner finds his fucking feet in the last game of the season? I guess that would be our luck, but I don't know. I see it in the stars. And then Phil Foden hyped up Conte last week and said he's the best player that he's gone up against. Well, he said Neymar was the best player he's been on the pitch with, but he said Conte was the best defender. And I just see Foden doing some little fucking body feint past him, taking it down the line, and then just boom, right the same goal that he scored last week, where it was like, oh, where's he going to go with this? And he just pulls off the shot. The world knows. Okay,
well, that would be the time to do it. That goal was high quality. Yeah, if he does that in the final, everyone's noticing that then, because obviously that was a world-class goal, but again, the game that no one really cared about, so people ignore those kind of goals.
Oh, yeah.
I'm based off what you just said, I'm pretty certain your prediction there was 4-0. Is that what you're going for? Fuck it. Mate, I love it. I love that confidence.
Did you think we were going to score 5 today? I did at one point or another, but I didn't right off the rip. I could see
Well, to be honest, after you went 2-0, I thought we were going to run away comfortably. Exactly. I thought today could have been a weird game. Actually, I'll be honest, when I saw the team today, I wasn't sure it was going to be. When I saw the team, I thought, no, we're going to be serious today. I had a genuinely good feeling because it was a really strong team. And as I was saying as well to Omar before, and I felt like it'd be was it Omar or Anthony? I can't remember if it was, but like, this is the real stuff now. Stop messing around. It was Anthony, actually. Like, this game, take it seriously, get the job done, turn up and get the job done. And I guess I agree, broadly speaking, with your confidence. I say you are a better side. I think Foden, KDB, everyone will be up for it. And if put it this way, there's two ways that Aguero's on the pitch. Everything's incredible. Yeah. Or everything's terrible. Everything's terrible. That's the only 2 ways Aguero's on the pitch, which are very interesting. So it's going to be...
it might not be even terrible. That's the thing. It might just be 0-0. Things are a little shaky. And then Pep does the unthinkable because he doesn't like making changes. If he's comfortable with how things are going, he's not going to make that change. But he might just do because he always does the one thing that no one expects him to do. And it's just like, well, let me pull this rabbit out of my hat. And who better to come off the bench than the guy who didn't even fucking warm up today, apparently. Bag an outside the foot goal and then score a fucking header. Sergio Aguero.
What header, by the way, as well. What fucking header. The most beautiful rabbit out of the hat could be Sergio. Sean, mate, I'm going to get on to Louis now, but you're an absolute legend as always. Hopefully I'm chatting to you after Champions League final victory. Imagine that, fucking hell. Hopefully I'll chat to you before it as well. Catch you in a bit, mate. See you later.
See you.
Yeah. See you later, dude. Bye-bye. Sean's great. Sean's a fucking legend. So is Roy Allen over in New Zealand. Is that says great avatar as well. Seeing Pep's emotion really shows these guys do have feelings and not the robots they sometimes seem to be. Bring on the Champions League. Yeah, Guardiola. That's what makes Guardiola brilliant, man. He's a guy with he's got that energy, that Catalan fieriness to his thing, and that's what makes Guardiola. The complete package. He's savant-like memory of football, incredible genius. He thinks he's more tactically aware than pretty much every coach. He's got a charisma that most coaches simply don't have. He has that emotion. When you've got that complete package that Guardiola's got, you can lead people, and that's the point. He's a natural leader. He's more intelligent than pretty much every other manager. He understands football more than every other manager. He was also a world-class footballer. I don't think we sometimes realize how much of a complete package Guardiola is. He's got everything. Absolutely everything. You could send you to war and you'd be very happy to follow him. What a player. And Roy, you're right. Guardiola's emotions today, that will mean something to the players as well, by the way. When you see that, you realize that he cares. And that will leave an imprint on the players as well. Hello, my friend. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Just speaking about that, super chat. It's so funny. I literally saw it today. I think it was Mike. He saw it and it was just like, huh? And I literally did a gif of it was from Football Italia saying Pep might be interested in going to Italy. And I was just like, I think it's from Goodfellas. I can't remember what it's from, but it's just like I did a gif of people laughing. It's just like, are you
He's
for
going
real?
nowhere.
Like seeing Pep after with it's come out of my head. The Oasis song, from the video.
Oh yeah, sing Dollar Back in Anger.
It's just like seeing that. It's just like, are you for real? He's smoking a cigar with in these times. It's just like, come on. He loves it.
He's going no. He might go one day in the future. Because he might fancy a change. But right now, he's got 2 more seasons after this, and he's completing those seasons. And who knows? Maybe he can complete a third, mate. But another one after that. But either way, today was brilliant, mate, wasn't it? What did it mean to you today? And how fucking good is Aguero? What a player!
Aguero, when we signed him from Atletico, I was just like, back then I didn't read into rumors or anything like that. I just seeing Aguero signed for City. I'm like, good, because he's generally one of those Asan said it earlier. He's one of those top strikers who can be good. But what he did, what he's done at City, when I was younger, like when he started at City, like I watched him at Atletico for some bits when he was like when La Liga was at Sky. Like I watched his games and it's just I was just like I loved like scoring goals, like being on the far side and scoring far post. But when he went to City and he scored so many near post goals, especially after 93-20, and he scored all those near post goals, I was literally actually like, you know what? Even if I'm playing 5-a-side and it skies over the like, it's like one of those stages, like literally, even if it skies like over the crossbar, like I'll just be like, fuck it. I'm gonna go near post to try and score like Aguero.
Well, more people need to do that. More people need to do that. Aguero's mastered it, but no one else seems to be able to do it to any near the level.
It's so hard, and it's just like I generally love scoring more than anything. Like, and it's just like doing like far post for me, like pieces pissed, like playing against everyone. They were just like, "Wow, you're too good at scoring that," and it's just like near post. It's just like, what are you doing? I'm just like, I'm a City fan. I'm gonna score I'm gonna try and score like Aguero. So come on, give me that compensation. They're just like, yeah, fair enough.
Oh, he's immense. He's immense. And I can't believe that's the last of him, man. Obviously he could get involved in the Champions League final, but that's the last time City fans will see him in the Etihad Stadium, which is crazy. But a perfect way to go out, which I think we'd definitely agree, man. It was a lovely way, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just it just felt good, and the post-match show with him, like talking to like Jeff Sweeps. I know you were there at the ground. And I'm actually like so fucking jealous. I actually wanted to be there.
Sorry.
Don't be. It's just like just being there. It's just like it's something that you have to like. Even if on the telly, it feels good, but actually being there must have been like, especially with all the messages afterwards. I was actually just like, "Are you for real?" And it's just like, I'm not crying.
Mate, it was lovely. It was lovely. One thing I will say is like they made everyone wait like 45 minutes, which was far too long. It went on forever, but it was great. It was brilliant. It was a weird and wonderful experience today. Like I forgot what it felt like just to be there. Sort of people watching great football, and it was something that I feel lucky to have witnessed today. And I feel lucky to have witnessed the team performance because they were all brilliant, weren't they? It was a perfect warm up, wasn't it? Before the Champions League final. I mean, would the whole team impressed today? Would you go along with that?
Definitely. It was just like one of those. I was hoping this would be what it was on Brighton, but obviously when Cancelo got sent off, which still in my book is a bit like you probably seen the pictures after with like Welbeck clipping his leg.
Yeah,
it was just like it wasn't good.
No, it wasn't at all.
It's just like it was just a bit weird, but I'm glad we had that experience because I think. Sorry for bringing it up, but it's just like I think we're gonna have like that kind of experience with the referee.
No, you're probably right. You're probably right.
But that's in the future. Let's focus on the present and about this game in general because it's just like it's just good seeing like. It's just like literally the moment Foden turned I think it was Davis, like his first turn, it was just like right, Foden's on it.
No, he's on it, and like he was. I said it earlier to someone. Like he's starting to look quite strong in the middle as well now. I think this is a really good time for Foden. You know what I mean? Because I feel like he's getting this confidence and he's really starting to believe in himself. And it's timed really well for the Champions League final, isn't it? It's like if anyone's going to have a game-changing game for City in the final, like I feel like it could be Foden because he just looks so ready for a big game, doesn't he? He looks so on it at the moment.
And the Euros as well for him because he's a guaranteed starter for the Euros, and it's just like I just like that first moment with Holgate in the first half is just like he said like I was actually just like I tweeted it saying Holgate just got sent home because Holgate was just like I got you covered, and Foden's just like he literally looks at him and it's just like. Yeah, I'm gonna just go party like I did against Matty Cash, like simples, and Sam Lee's been like saying it, like he said it like in that little 93-20 clip that he like that half an hour he did with Asan, saying like his moment there, like when he went past the whole team, it's just like Foden. There's going to be a moment. I don't know if it's going to be for City in the final or in the Euros with England, but there's going to be one of those Messi-esque, like what he did against Real Madrid in the second leg. I am actually not joking.
You're right.
Like I still think that's the best goal I've ever seen in my life, and I genuinely think Foden will do that at some point.
That's a big shout. Yeah, at some point, I think he's going to score a goal like that. I agree. He's going to beat 4 or 5 people.
I hope someone clips this and then sends it to me and just be like, "Yeah, you were actually right." I'm hoping. I genuinely think Foden's going to have one of those mesmerizing runs in like one of the highest games in the world, whether it be City or England, and it will show like people be like, "Are you for fucking real?" He's too good.
Well, the thing is with someone like Foden is like he's obviously too good not to have that moment eventually. City play at too high a level too frequently. And Foden's too good for that not to happen. So if it's not this final, it'll be in the Euros. If it's not the Euros, it'll be in a big game next year. Because it's inevitable that Foden's going to score that kind of goal eventually because he's too good not to, as I see it.
I just think for like me, you, Asan, like every City fan, we'll see the Foden goal, whether it be for City or England, and just be like, we knew this was coming. Everyone else will.
City fans know it.
We seriously just do that, and we'll be saying, we've been saying for a long time, Foden's class, and you're just like, we'll just be like Pep.
Oh, mate.
Have a cigar, have a drink, whatever, and just be like,
it'd be incredible, man. It'd be incredible. I've just realised, mate, I've not even eaten for hours, so I'm gonna just go. If that's all right, I'm gonna end it there because I've just suddenly got very tired and very hungry because I've been out all day. But you're a fucking legend, mate. I absolutely love you to bits. Thank you so much for coming on. I'll catch you very, very soon.
Right. I saw you like my tweet earlier from, I can't remember his name. He tweeted it saying about you might be 20 and everyone else like this season with the whole like.
Oh yeah, no, thank you. I think it was Craig, some Booth or something like Craig Booth, something like that. I can't remember. And you quote tweet or something like that. But mate, thank you so much. I really genuinely appreciate it. You're a big fan, and you're a top lad as well. I'll catch you very soon, mate. See you later, dude. Bye bye,
man.
What a guy. An absolute top bloke. You're all fucking top. And I genuinely just realised I've only had a couple of crisps and I'm starving. So I know some food. It's 11:05. It's been a long and emotional day. You're all ace. Nicola's chatting away to everyone in the comments. Nicola is from Rochdale. And she's perfect, but she has the sins, you know. It's not her fault she's from Rochdale, to be fair to her. Nicola, I saw you. Yeah, Sean disappeared. Basically, there was a guy watching called Sean McCormick who was stood next to in the queue, and he was like, "Oh, is it Stay?" I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Oh, watch your video." I was like, "Oh, cheers, man." I was chatting away to him. Sean, if you're watching, you're great. And also, Jack's just DM'd me as well with a photo. Yeah, Nicola, see Jack. Oh, I can't show you. I'm gonna quickly show you, Nicola. See the photo. Jack is a legend as well. Jack, if you're watching, you're fucking top bloke. For now, though, guys, City have fucking won 5-0. Life is absolutely incredible. Aguero is fucking amazing. What a time to be alive. And I can't believe the next game is a Champions League final. What is going on? What an incredible time to be a City fan. Watch it, drink it in. You'll never see anything like this again. Stupendous. Good night. Like, comment, subscribe, watch my match reaction. Bye-bye.